Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames. If you're new, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, and join the family. Now, in this video, we're gonna call it Behind the Headlines. And I remember this program being on, a radio station in Jamaica, and they would talk about things that is behind the headlines. The headlines would push out, like the media outlets would tell you one report, but the streets have a different version of that report. And oftentimes, the version that the streets has is the correct version. So in this video, that's what we're going to do. No, specifically, we're going to talk about that case of Lauren Fischetta filing a lawsuit against Ye. Now, I want to reiterate that I am an advocate for women, and it's not just woman, humanity. I don't believe that anyone should be abusing anyone in any shape, means, way, or form. And I don't believe that men should be attacked because they have a penis and it is possible for them to assault women. And I don't believe that because women have a vagina, they're always saying yes to men. Because some men are very much demented, very delusional. They believe that a woman cannot say no, right? So I just want to make that clear, because when you talk about these things, many people think that because a woman says this has happened to them, it has happened, but that's not the case. Remember that both male and female, we're people. No, we know that the majority of the population, when it comes to aggression, it comes from men. Majority of the aggression comes from men. So we will see where more women accuse men over the years, right? No, I'm not going to say that it's natural, because it should not be natural. Anything that's evil, dark, anything that causes pain, hurt, trauma should not be natural. So I cannot use the word to say it is natural. No, we're going to dive a little bit into that, lawsuit that Lauren Fischetta has filed against Ye. I've been thinking about it for a couple of weeks, and I'm wondering, why is it that she would, besides the money, why would she tell such a lie? Because in case you don't know, the lawsuit is a lie. Come on, ladies, common sense. And I'm just going to point out a few things to you guys so that you know it's a lie. Now, she claimed that she was invited to a studio session with Nikki Heaton. She left Nikki Heaton's name out of the lawsuit. And the reason why she left Nikki Heaton's name out of the lawsuit is because, do you guys remember when Nikki Heaton went on, I think it was Instagram Live, and she told her version of the story? These things do happen to women. And Nikki Heaton came off sincere, right? But we know that people are really good at lying. No. Nikki Heaton came off sincere. She told us they were invited to a studio session with Ye and Diddy, and she said that Ye drugged her, but irrespective of the fact that she's making claims that Ye drugged her, she said the drink was handed to her by someone else. So that is a first red flag, because how do you know it was Ye who drugged you, right? Because you don't know who made the drink. No, not just that. She said, Nikki Heaton said that Lauren Fischetta was assaulted. She said, she went looking for Lauren. When she burst into that bathroom, she saw Ye on top of Lauren assaulting her. Fast forward to years later, Lauren Fischetta said that she was at a event and she ran into Ye at the event. No. If Nikki Heaton, and I want you guys to think about this, if Nikki Heaton could come on social media, if she could tell John Public that her friend was, sexually assaulted by Ye at a studio session, if she can tell John Public that, why wouldn't she tell Nikki Heaton that, right? No. As I was saying, Nikki Heaton said that, not Nikki, but Lauren in this case, said that she met Ye at a event years later and they were talking. What woman feels comfortable to have a discussion with their predator unless they're cornered and have no way out, right? But she didn't say at the event she was cornered and had no way out. She didn't say that. Neither did she give that impression. She gave the sense that Ye is someone that she loves, respects, admires, and appreciates. You can read the lawsuit. She said that they were there chatting up a storm, and Ye asked her what she was doing. She told him she was doing OnlyFans. Who tells their predator, hey, remember the last time you saw me? Yeah, I'm now in the field full time. Like, who does that? It doesn't make sense. And anyone who has a functioning brain can realize that it makes absolutely no sense. But let's say that she's forgiving, she's kind, she's caring, she doesn't hold grudges even when people are wrong against her. She always, use diplomacy, and she moves on because she just wants the world to be a better place. She lobbies even in her sleep for world peace. So let's just say that, right? So she told you that, hey, guess what? I am a sex worker, And he was like, no, girl, leave that. Come to God. I'll give you a job. You should not be like, what predator tells you that? Unless they're trying to lower you into a trap again, right? And if you think that, if you know, as a matter of fact, because at this point it's not think. Because as I've said, Nikki Heaton told John Public, this is what you did to Lauren Prashetta. So after someone did that to you and they offered you a job, would you be going to that job? Wouldn't you be automatically like traumatized? Even the thought of the person saying to you, hey, come work for me. I'll pay you good money. I'll pay you better than OnlyFans, how much you're working. So anyway, she wasn't traumatized. She wasn't fearful because she's a lot more intelligent than every woman in this world, right? It takes a special level of intelligence to do something like that. So she went ahead and she, started working at Yeezy. She was rocking his jewelry. Yes, she was. She was driving all his expensive cars that no other staff member had access to. And she was bragging, and, she was being paid a ridiculous amount of money monthly. She was being paid millions of dollars annually. Now, irrespective, I think she was being paid something like $3 million annually, if not two. Who remembers can correct me, right? No, that's not the only thing, because she was there and she was like, you know what? I need an increase, and I need $1 million a month increase. So she went ahead and she asked Ye for $1 million a month increase. Now, long before Lauren Prashetta asked for the increase, everyone has been observing her abusive behavior towards Ye. Hey, my rent is due. Can you help me with my rent? I'm trying to sort out some business. I'm trying to start a business and I want to put my salary towards it. And he was like, cool, I'll take care of it for you, because the guy is just a nice guy. But then you ask for $1 million salary increase. The accountant says, no, this woman is taking disadvantage of you. You need to let her go. She is trouble, because there were other stuff going on, which the accountant chose not to disclose at the time, in that public message that they shared. So the accountant said, it's not as though she's not worth the $1 million, but what is she doing here that warrants such an increase? There's no position in the company that warrants such an increase, and that in itself is abuse. You need to terminate her. So you went ahead, terminated her, but still had her on the payroll. And she was like, you know what? I'm going to move 4 doors down from you. I'm going to move 4 doors down from you. And she moved 4 doors down from Ye to continue working for him. She was still getting paid and everything. But then when Ye, ran off and married Bianca Sensori, and Ye was like, you know what? I cannot live that life anymore because I'm married and I want to, recommit to God, because remember Ye told us that he has backslid and he doesn't want to live that life anymore. He wants to get back into his church. So Ye disappeared, came back with Bianca. The moment that Ye disappeared, came back with Bianca, she had a problem. She has been stalking him based on what Ye legal team has shared. She tried to, she was showing up at his place. Ye gave up the apartment and all of that, So that did not work. So what she did, she sued him. But how did Lauren Prashetta get to sue Ye? It wasn't of her own. She was orchestrated to sue Ye by Hollywood elites, allegedly. And that's her new role in Hollywood, allegedly, to set up men, get them in bed, get them in, odd situations. And that would be used as bargaining chip against these men, allegedly, because it is said that she has someone who is in the industry. And I believe I said that, earlier today in my previous video, I said it. I said she has connections in the industry, not, on a large scale, but it is being alleged that she's been orchestrated by elites, and depending on how well she does, she will go up the ladder. Okay. And what that is, reminding me of is when Sloan Bella said, Kim Kardashian is allegedly sleeping around with powerful figures and political figures, trading information and all of that. And if you guys remember, it was exposed that Hailey Bieber allegedly, is a young girl. So it is being alleged that she, Lauren Pichetta, is officially a member of the Yacht Girls Club. No, as I've said, take this with a grain of salt, because we really don't know how much of it is factual as it relates to her current role and position in Hollywood. I was doing some checks to see if I could find if she had relatives in Hollywood, and it's given the sense that someone in the sporting industry, the sport world, the sport fraternity, is in Hollywood, and that individual has ties and powerful connection to the industry, but I don't know how factual that is. But I'm going to talk about these things because if these things needs to be talked about, they need to be highlighted, and it should be a reminder of to everyone who thinks that Ye is guilty. Make no mistakes, we're not saying he's perfect, but if you really examine the details, you would know that something is severely wrong. But guys, that's all I have to share in this video with you all. Let me know what are your thoughts. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up, share if you care, stay safe, and see you guys later. Bye guys.